Hey there world, I'm the Courageous Goldfish, and today we're sitting down to have a look at the brand new scale figure that has just been added to my collection. This is a figure that I've been wanting for a while, and I actually said before in another video that I was unsure if I'd ever actually own this figure because I was really unsure about paying aftermarket for her because I thought, you know, it's just so expensive. Is it even going to be worth it? And this one is actually my first ever purchase off of another collector. So I did buy this figure off of My Figure Collection. If you don't know, My Figure Collection is a website that helps collectors catalog their collection. You can also add figures to your wish list so that you can be notified when ad listings pop up for them. So I have a My Figure Collection account that I use religiously. So one day the notification came through that somebody was selling this scale figure, and I guess I was just in a fuck it mood because I was like, we can do this. This will be fine. So she is here. She showed up. She's beautiful. I had absolutely fantastic time dealing with this seller. So Tiger-chan on MFC, thank you. It was a very, very good. I was a little bit nervous, but it was a great experience. And that figure is in fact Megahouse's G.E.M 1/8 scale Utena Tenjo. Obviously, she's not in the box because I've already unboxed her, but this is what the box looks like. So this G.E.M line was a line that Megahouse did way back. I think this figure came out in 2014 maybe. So I really was not too sure about waiting on a re-release. I wasn't sure that it would ever happen. And I know that at the time that she came out, she bargain binned pretty hard. So eventually I was just like, I really want this figure for my collection. I love Revolutionary Girl Utena, and this is one of 2 figures that were ever made for it. So I was like, you know what? I feel like this is something that I will be glad that I spent the money on. And I am absolutely correct. She is a freaking phenomenal figure, which we'll talk about in a second. Oh, I almost forgot. Additionally, this just melted my heart. When I opened the box, there was this awesome pen sketch of Utena that the seller had done, and it is just gorgeous. I love like the simple charm of things like this, and it just really made the package opening special, so it's amazing. It's got sticky tack on the back here because I've like stuck it to the wall next to my vanity. It's beautiful. As you can see, the box is a little bit worse for wear. I did know this before I purchased it, and I decided it didn't really matter to me. Obviously, you know, you like to keep your boxes in as good condition as you can for resale value, but also I'm not the kind of collector that obsesses about like keeping them in tip-top perfect condition. If it's a little dented, if it's a little scuffed up, the box, I mean, it's fine to me. Like, I decided it didn't really matter. So we do have a little bit of a mangled box, but that is okay because the figure arrived safely and she is beautiful. There she is, Miss Utena herself. Obviously B-roll will be coming, but she is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what I was expecting. I've heard good things about Megahouse, and it's a scale figure, so I knew that the detail would be great, but the shading and like the different like sheens of paint that they've used for this, like the glossy versus the pearl versus the matte, there's just so many textures to look at, and the colors are so saturated and beautiful. This is just an absolutely A+ figure, probably one of the best paint jobs I have in my entire collection, if I'm being honest. She's just everything I could want and more. You look at the stock photos of her, and probably look at this video too, and it's not even going to compare to how it looks in real life. I think her facial expression is really beautiful as well. Her eyes just look so blue and so great, and she has this very like calm and focused expression on her face that I really appreciate. I'm just floored, really and honestly. It's the shading in her hair, it's her eyes, it's her, like the crisp lines on her outfit, even right down to like the clearer sections of her sword. This is just an absolutely phenomenally executed figure, and she is in like pristine condition. I did have to dust her a little bit when she showed up, but that's fine. Dust doesn't really hurt anything. You just dust it off and it's fine. But there is like absolutely zero paint flaws, no scuffs that I can see, no paint transfers or anything. She is just gorgeous through and through. It really is the little details with this figure that get me. It's the sculpting on the rose, on her chain, that her fingernails are painted with this nice like manicure that's got kind of like a pearlescent finish, the ring on her finger that they've sculpted. It's everything about this is technically flawless. You can even see in the center of her ring that they have very tiny lines etched in to be the rose pattern. It's just, the attention to detail and the execution is phenomenal. I've never seen better. I did hear rumors that this might have been re-released for the 25th anniversary of Revolutionary Girl Utena, which is this year, because the series still is very popular in Japan, but I wasn't too sure if that had any stock to it, and also because I'd heard that she bargained bin pretty hard when she came out, I was unsure if I wanted to pass up this opportunity, and so I decided, hey, you know what, let's just bite the bullet, let's get her on the way, and now she's here, and I'm hard-pressed to regret the decision because she is just absolutely gorgeous. The way that her outfit is painted reminds me a lot of my Sebastian Michaelis figure. I don't believe that one was Megahouse, that one was Union Creative, but it's got kind of the same vibe where it's just, the sculpt is phenomenal, the paint job is flawless, and the crisp and clean lines on these are amazing. I'm really hard-pressed to find any nitpicks about this figure. I think she's flawless. I mean, potentially her base could be a little big, but because of the way her legs are positioned, they kind of can't really go any smaller with it. As you can see, mine has a little bit of chips in the tip of the sword. That's probably just because it was in somebody's collection before, but I'm not too mad about it, honestly, because you don't really see it when she's displayed. I mean, potentially she could look cool as a 1/7 if she was bigger in scale, but I don't think the 1/8 is too different either, you know? Sometimes bigger is not better, and so honestly, I'm really hard pressed to find anything that I don't like about it. The one thing I am really struggling with about this figure is that she doesn't really match a lot of the other figures in my collection, so I'm kind of hard pressed to find a place in my detolf that she fits. Currently I have her up next to my Snow Miku over here. That'll probably change as I get more Vocaloid figures. Gonna try and like make a whole Vocaloid shelf. I mean, she could look kind of cool with my asanas in the bottom here. I tried that, but that shelf is a little bit crowded because of how big my Stasia 1/7 is. Eventually, maybe I will have enough shoujo protagonists that I can make a whole shoujo shelf, but that day's not today, so unfortunately she is gonna have to play nice with Miku for a while. It's chicks with swords, man. That's my whole bag. But anyways, that is all I have to talk about today. In other news, my Kana o Ichibansho is on its way to me, so I will finally be able to review my Demon Slayer Butterfly Girls, which I'm really excited about. So if you happen to like me, hey, hi, hello, the subscribe button is down below. If you happen to like this figure or if you have any questions about it, please leave it in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.